Message from heaven, finding strength in God's unfailing power. An unwavering assurance. In the whirlwind of life's challenges, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and powerless. Yet, a divine assurance echoes from the heavens. No matter what you are going through right now, it will neither overwhelm nor prevail against you. This message is not just comforting, it's a powerful declaration of God's supreme authority over all creation. Consider the words of Psalm 46 verses 1-2, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Therefore we will not fear, though the earth give way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea. This passage reminds us that God is a steadfast refuge, providing unshakable strength in the face of turmoil. Divine sovereignty over all. Reflecting on the vastness of God's creation, we are reminded that every aspect of existence is crafted by His hands. Genesis 1 verse 1 states, "In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth." This foundational truth underscores that everything, seen and unseen, is under His dominion. There is nothing beyond His reach, nothing too complex or too daunting for Him to handle. Isaiah 40 verses 28-29 further illuminates this. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. These verses highlight God's inexhaustible might and His compassionate provision for our weaknesses. The promise of deliverance. When we are trapped in the storms of life, feeling battered and defeated, God's promise shines through like a beacon. When I step in, everything will give way without resistance, and I will deliver, restore, and lift you up. This is not just a promise, it's a guarantee rooted in His unchanging character. Psalm 34 verses 17-18 reassures us, "The righteous cry out, and the Lord hears them, He delivers them from all their troubles." The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. God's deliverance is not merely an escape from difficulty but a transformative process that restores and uplifts. Consider the story of Joseph in the Bible. Sold into slavery by his brothers and later imprisoned, Joseph's life was fraught with betrayal and hardship. Yet, in Genesis 50 verse 20, Joseph declares to his brothers, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives." God's intervention turned Joseph's darkest moments into opportunities for profound restoration and elevation. Look up to Him. In our moments of despair, it's vital to shift our focus upward. Therefore, look up to me, God invites us. This is not just a call to seek comfort but an invitation to recognize His majesty and to place our trust in His unfailing love. Hebrews 12 verse 2 encourages us to fix our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before Him He endured the cross, scorning its shame, and sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. Looking to Jesus means aligning our perspective with His victory and steadfastness, allowing His strength to carry us through our trials. The power of faith and trust. Trusting in God's power requires faith. It's a deep-seated belief that, despite the chaos around us, God is in control and His plans for us are good. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 affirms this, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." When we place our trust in God, we embrace a perspective that transcends our immediate circumstances. This trust is a source of immense peace and strength, enabling us to navigate life's challenges with confidence and grace. Philippians 4 verses 6-7 advises us, "Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." Embracing God's presence. In times of difficulty, God's presence becomes our sanctuary. Psalm 23 verse 4 beautifully captures this assurance, "Even though I walk through the darkest valley, I will fear no evil, for you are with me, your rod and your staff, they comfort me." God's presence is a constant, unyielding source of comfort and guidance, providing the strength we need to persevere. A call to surrender. Ultimately, God's message from heaven calls us to surrender our burdens to Him. Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30 extends a heartfelt invitation. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. This surrender is not a sign of weakness but a powerful act of faith. It acknowledges that we are not alone in our struggles and that we have a mighty God who fights for us. Exodus 14 verse 14 promises, "The Lord will fight for you, you need only to be still." Conclusion, a message of hope. No matter what you are facing, remember this: God is greater than your greatest challenges. His power and might are unmatched, and when He steps into your situation, everything must yield. He will deliver you, restore you, and lift you up. Look up to Him, for He is your ever-present help in times of trouble. As you navigate the storms of life, let this divine message from heaven be your anchor, guiding you to a place of peace, hope, and unwavering faith. In these moments of reflection, let Psalm 121 verses 1 to 2 be your mantra. I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. Embrace His promises, for they are a source of infinite strength and unending hope. If you love Jesus, then subscribe, like, follow, comment and share, if yo.